Hello, welcome to Midlands Today, the headlines tonight. With COVID restrictions lifted on Monday, signs of a strong recovery already for the hospitality business.
Obviously we were closed for 6.5 months and we've come back to a time where I've never seen it as busy. It really has taken off.
We've been talking to bosses in the tourist hotspot of Stratford upon Avon. Also this evening, a murder investigation's launched after a baby's body was found in a Black Country canal.
We're concerned that the baby may have been alive for a couple of hours before death, and therefore we are treating this as a murder.
Cultivating crops without soil, the trial that could transform the way we grow veg.
And the heat is on. Ready yourselves for some of the highest temperatures so far this year. A barbecue weekend awaits. Full details coming up.
Good evening. Hospitality businesses in Stratford upon Avon say there are already signs of a strong recovery ahead of the easing of lockdown on Monday. Restaurants in the town say the past year has been close to disastrous for them, as they were forced to close and, more recently, customers have stayed away. But with the sun shining today and the opening of the outdoor garden theatre at the RSC, tourists are beginning to return to the area. Ben Godfrey reports.
At the RSC's new garden theatre, audiences have been on their feet. And around town they've been taking a seat at restaurants and cafes. The signs are Stratford is getting back to being Stratford, bustling tourist town with a clamour for a table.
It's been crazy, honestly. We went from, obviously we were closed for 6.5 months and we've come back to a time where I've never seen it as busy. It really has taken off. The whole town is buzzing.
The wartime theme of the 40s cafe seems apt. Business was down 20%, but hard hats on and the battle to survive has been won.
I would say the theatre crowd represents maybe 30% of our clientele. It's not just a crowd of tourists or visitors to the town. We have a local clientele, which to me is an indicator that we must be doing something right.
But ahead of step 4 lockdown easing on Monday, it's still a struggle to keep the staff in work.
For instance, today, 3 of my staff are self-isolating at home because they got pinged that they had to stay at home. It's an absolute waste of manpower, and it's useless, and it creates problems.
Official figures suggest the steep rise in job vacancies in the UK, now surpassing pre-pandemic levels, has been driven by a skill shortage in hospitality.
It's a mixture between the COVID lockdowns, uncertainty, Brexit. So they've thought, yeah, a lot of Europeans are in this industry, and they've gone back home. Yeah.
Stratford and the magnetic pull of all things Shakespeare can attract 6 million visitors a year. Summer staycationers Lauren and Tom from Burton-on-Trent are having a few nights away for their anniversary.
It's been quite a long time since we've been able to do stuff like this, hasn't it? So yeah, it's nice.
We both worked through it all, so it's finally nice to get away.
Confidence then is returning, but it's likely to be many months before businesses recover their losses.
Well, Ben is still in Stratford on this glorious summer's evening. It seems there's a real buzz returning to the area, Ben.
There is, Nick, and just behind me another evening performance of A Comedy of Errors is about to take place at the outdoor theatre scene there. I think a lot of restaurants and businesses have seen it as a tragedy really the last year rather than a comedy. Let's talk to Tara Robinson, who runs Eden Hotel Group, got the Arden Hotel Group behind us as well. What is it about tonight, the relationship with the theatre nearby, that is actually giving people hope?
It's just incredibly important to us as a town, as businesses in town, and particularly as hotels, that we've got something happening in the evening. It encourages the nighttime economy, and it's just given a buzz to everybody really, and it just, as you can hear, it feels great to be back and have a production happening.
You won't get those overseas visitors that you would have had. The business community aren't really having those overnight stays at the moment. How important is a summer staycation?
It's incredibly important to us. Our bookings are looking reasonably strong, but we still have opportunity for staycationers. And again, it gives another reason to come and stay in this fantastic area, but also the broader region of Warwickshire.
Let's talk about recruitment in hotels. There's lots of vacancy. We've talked about a skills shortage, we've talked about Brexit, but actually is this more about you trying to make this industry, being a bartender, being a waitress, working in hotels more attractive, more lucrative, better pay?
Absolutely. I think it's all about that recognition of working in the industry and giving people a really clear path to a really great career. I've been in the career for over 20 years and I love being in this industry and the people that I work with. So I think for us, we're offering apprenticeships, we're offering those to young people, we're also offering those to more mature people. And we'd invite anybody who has a slight interest that might want to try and enter our hospitality career.
Just quickly on masks, will you be getting guests to wear masks in your hotels next
We'll
week?
be positively encouraging it. For us, it's really important that we allow guests to feel safe and that we allow our teams to feel safe as well.
Tara Robinson, thank you very much. And cautious optimism is how we'd sum it up, and hearing from people in Stratford today, a lot of uncertainty ahead, but for now, the signs of people coming back, paying money for meals and for enjoyment must give them hope. Nick.
Yeah, very encouraging. Ben, thank you.